Homogeneous transformation. We are taking the same problem that we have already solved, and this time instead of using normal formulae, we'll be using homogeneous transformation matrix. So homogeneous transformation matrix, when you have to do this, uh, you will have to solve it from right to left. You'll have to solve it from right to left. So whatever coordinates of the points you have to write it on the right side. Whatever coordinates you have to write it on the right side. So what are the starting coordinates? Starting coordinates are 10, comma 20. And here, of course, we should have 1. Fine. So these are the starting coordinates. So these are the starting coordinates. Okay. So this we have to write like this. Now, the first matrix, the matrix for option A should appear here on the left side. Okay. So what is this matrix? What is the transformation we have to do here? What is the transformation we have to do here? You have to do this rotate, right? You have to rotate in anti-clockwise direction. So we have to take C60 minus S60. Yes, okay. 1 minute. We need some space here, right? So minus S60 and S60 C60. Okay. And below here, what should be there below here? Those who attended the previous class, what should be here in this part? This is always null matrix. So 0, 0. This is uniform scaling. If we are not doing any uniform scaling, you have to just give it as 1. And translation. In this case, we are just doing rotation, pure rotation. There is no translation. So if there is no translation, we have to give it as 0, 0. Fine. So this one we call, in short, we write it as rotate. Now this rotation is about Z axis and by an angle 60 degrees. Fine. This is the short notation for this particular matrix in homogeneous form. Again, the next matrix we have to write on the left side of this. So what is the next one? Next we have to do for the B option. Fine. So the beam option here, you can see this is purely for movement, purely for movement. Fine. So once again, we'll have to just divide this like this. We are not doing any scaling, so scaling is 1. The null matrix will always remain 0, and we are not doing any rotation. When we are not doing any rotation, I told we should be taking identity matrix here, because identity matrix will not change the coordinates. It will not change the coordinates. It will not rotate the coordinates. Then coming to the final, we are moving it by distance 10 in x direction and by distance 15 in y direction. Okay. The next matrix, again we have to write it on the left side of that. Okay, left side of that, and that is for the C bit. The C bit, you can see here we have to do mirror about y-axis. Once again we'll have to write this matrix, homogeneous transformation matrix. Null matrix will always remain 0. No uniform scaling, so uniform scaling is 1. We are not moving it any way, so transformation is 0. We are not moving it. Now we are doing mirror about y-axis. So for y-axis, this has to be -1. This has to be 1. The two are zeros. Okay. So coming to the short notation, we can write this as p of xy. This is the point multiplied with rotation about z-axis by 60 degrees. Then what are we doing? We are translating. So TRAN we can do, and we can give the coordinates. So by 10 in x direction and 15 in y direction. Then we are doing mirror. So in short, you can just write MIR and about y-axis. That's it. So these are how this is how we write the short forms. These are all the short forms. These are all the short forms. Okay. So these are all the short forms. So in short forms, this is how we write. And once all of these we get in the short form, we will write we'll put them in the matrix form like this. We'll put them in the matrix form like this. Okay. So let me take this.
The screen stuck.
Screen is stuck on it.
Sir, cursor is not moving, sir. Screen is stuck.
Cursor is, yeah, 1 minute, 1 minute. I'll stop sharing and share again. That will solve the problem. So the screen is gone now.
Yes, sir. Go
Yes,
ahead.
sir.
Okay. Now is it visible back?
Yeah.
So are you able to see? Is the
Okay.
cursor moving?
Okay. Sir.
Okay. Uh-oh. So let me move this thing as well. So this one also just cut. Move it here, right? So this is how the equations. Wow. Equations will be writing. Okay. So now once we write the equations, now in what direction we have to solve this? What direction do we have to solve it? Do we have to solve from right to left or left to right or in any order possible? Can we do it in any order? So in mathematics, we have various properties called, first is called commutative. What is commutative? Then we have distributive. And commutative, distributive, what else? Associative. So these are the properties. So which of these properties are supported by matrix manipulations? You have studied in mathematics, you must have studied matrices, right? Haven't you studied matrices? Come on.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So if you take a matrix A and B, multiply them, is it equal to matrix B into A? Is it equal? Is it equal?
Sir, 1 second,
No.
please.
Commutative property means A into B and B into B, B into A. Are they equal in matrix manipulations? Like for example, 2 3s are 6, 3 2s are 6. So when you are doing arithmetics of numbers, yes, commutative property is accepted. But when you are doing
Not
matrix
equal.
multiplication, yes, come on,
Not equal. Not equal.
not equal. Not equal. So in matrix manipulation, it is not equal. So commutative property is not accepted. So you cannot change the order of this. You cannot change the order of this. What about distributive property? Can we apply that in matrices? Distributive and associative. Can we apply that? Yes, we can apply that. Okay, we can apply the distributive and associative property. Fine. So here, what we can do is we can either multiply these two. Okay, let me write it here. So C into B first we can do, and the result of that we can multiply with A. Okay, or else we can do A into P, and the result of this we will get something, some matrix. Okay, result of this we will get another matrix. Now if you multiply that, you will get final matrix. Okay, so this way also you can do, or you can take it one by one. You can first do let's two at a time if you want to do. So B into C you can do. So this is what we have to do. First you can do these two, you will get one matrix. A into P we can keep it as it is. Then you can multiply these two, you will get another matrix and P, and then multiplying these two we will get the final matrix. So will this matrix and this matrix, will they be same? Will they be same?
Yes, sir.
Yes, they will be same. So in any order we can multiply. We cannot change the order, but we can multiply them without changing the order. We can multiply them in any way. Okay. So that is one of the biggest advantages of the homogeneous transformation matrix. Fine. So what I can do is, if I don't even know the point, I can just multiply all these three. I can multiply all these three, matrices to get a single matrix. Fine. And this single matrix, I can keep it ready with that point to get the final result, isn't it? So this kind of matrix is called composite transformation matrix. What is it called? Composite transformation matrix. So what is a composite transformation matrix? What is a composite transformation matrix? What is a composite transformation matrix? Hmm? I've understood now the explanation. So tell me, what is composite transformation matrix? So it's a single matrix, that gives same uh, same result as a series of transformations. Okay. So in this case, I have applied only three transformations. You can have a number of transformations, even 100 to 200 transformations you can have. So the result of all these 100 to 200 transformations, first rotate, move, mirror, scale, and in any combination, hundreds of times you're applying it. So by multiplying all these matrices, you will get a single matrix. And that single matrix, with just one multiplication, it will be able to do all those transformations that we are observing. Okay. Okay.
Screen is locked.
Yes, ma'am. Again stuck.
Screen stuck.
Okay. So is it getting stuck for all the students or only for a few of them?
No, sir.
For also, yes,
Just few of them.
it is
So
also
it is happening.
stuck even to me.
Okay. For how many
I
students it is
mean,
getting stuck? For how many students it is getting stuck? Please raise your hand. Let me see. Because this may happen because of network issue also. If you are not having good network, fine, it's happening for majority of them. So maybe it's problem with MS Teams. Okay, whenever it happens, please let me know. I will stop sharing and share it again. So is it working now?
No, sir.
Still stuck? I have.
No, sir.
Okay, let me do it again. Let me do it again. Okay, share again. Got it? Is it moving now? Are you getting
No,
the
sir.
screen? No? How come? Let me check my network. It's connected. There's no issue with the network. Let me share it again. Tell me if it is coming. Are you getting now?
No, sir.
Wow. What happened? Window. Now?
Still no, sir.
What happened? Is it because of change in settings or something? Okay, I've changed the settings. Now let me know if it is visible. Visible? Wow, still no. What happened? Okay, let me try with a different resolution. Okay. Coming now?
Sorry, sir, it's still not coming.
What happened to this?